What up, everybody? Charlie B back in the building. You know what it is. This is Peanut Gang. Gardens. PGP. Alright, now, I had a lot of people come in my emails like, Charlie B, what you use? What can I use? It's just going to be one and done. Well, with gardening, there is never one and done. Alright? Technically, you got to keep it moving. It's not a simple project. It's simple if you stay on it. Okay, how can I put this? If you make sure you don't overwater, if you make sure you don't underwater, pretty much you should be fine with what I'm about to show you today. All right. One big problem is bugs, right? I hate them. You feel me? Mosquitoes, all that stuff, right? So, this is my Orthro all clear air mister. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. This is not a fogger. I don't want y'all to mistake this for a fogger that takes gas and stuff. I don't want to be walking around and allegedly blow up. I just don't trust that. You feel me? I know you probably seen them where you fog everything, no bugs, right? Okay. This is basically the same thing, but it's rechargeable. You just pour your fluid in here, it shoots. It says about 15 feet, I think it said. It's supposed to do 15 feet, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. It does about 12. Shoots about 12 feet out. You spray your whole yard. Now they say it's safe where you can spray your plants, but nope, refuse. So I spray all the way around in the grass. I spray all the way up as high as I could get, 12 feet or whatever it's gonna do in the trees. And cause like y'all can see, I got a lot of trees and stuff back here. So I spray all that. I spray all coming up the fence on both sides. I spray everything except the garden. I don't do that. If I see a bug in my garden, it's neem oil. If you don't know what that is, get you some neem oil and spray on your plants. Do not spray this on your plants. They say it's safe, but it's still a chemical. I don't want to eat chemicals, right? So with that being said, okay, Charlie B, how often do you do it? Me personally, I don't like to get bit up and everything. So about every 2 weeks. That's how I use it. About every 2 weeks. Charlie B. How much does that cost? I got it when it was brand new. It cost me like $65, but since now that it's not brand new no more, probably like 50 bucks. So, and that would help if you go camping. How, Charlie B? Why would I use that going camping? Okay. Let me just say this. All my dogs use are flea collars. I remember when I used to have to take them and get them all this expensive stuff. You use this every 2 weeks, there'll be no fleas, no ticks in your yard. There'll be no, I don't know how it works, but the mosquitoes, it's like a barrier or something around your yard. I don't know if they can smell it. What goes on? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how this thing works, but it worked. No mosquitoes. Right? Okay. So if you camping, you don't know what's going on at that time of year when you going camping, wherever you going, because you ain't been there. So what if they got a flea infestation? You going to the worst camping trip of your life. Not with that. So that helps not with only your garden. It's not like one and done. Okay? Ants. It kills up to 150 outdoor pests. Fleas is one of them. Ticks is one of them. Ants, like your common stuff that will come in your house. What else? Now, don't get me wrong. If you like the sound at night of crickets and stuff like that, don't. I'm talking about nothing. You'll hear it from your neighbor's yard and stuff like that. But like, I know you hear all the birds and the chirping and stuff like that. Can you tell that I have none of that in my yard? Can you tell that it's all like coming in, like it's far away? It's not like, oh, Charlie D got birds sitting on his fence. Even the birds don't like this stuff. It is what it is. Now, how much does the fluid cost to put in there, Charlie B? About 10 bucks for a one and done. When I say one and done, like my front yard is about the same size as my back, right? So for about 10 bucks, You could do, I could do all of this, take out the garden because I'm not spraying my plants. But all it is, if you can imagine, just shrink it down a little bit, take out the garden. And then I could go in the front and do my whole front yard because my kids play out there a lot too. So you'll never have to worry about, Mommy, I'm itching, I was hearing that a lot, especially with all these trees and stuff like that. Before I got this, oh, I was scratching. My kids were scratching. Mosquitoes was tearing us up. Not no more. So, and it kills everything that eats your garden. So, this is worth it. Okay? Now, put this down. This is my go-to. You see this? Okay. All organic. I don't want to eat no chemicals, right? So, and this is how I play this. And to save you money, let me explain it. After you remove your grass, which I'll be showing you that on how I do it. After you remove your grass, okay, I feel like this. You got good soil. Basically, if your grass is growing, you got good soil, right? So remove your grass, then mend this in to your topsoil after from where you removed the grass from. I'm gonna show you that. What else can I say? And it's not hard. It's not hard. Now, if you have like, and I'm gonna show you that too. I got a collage I'm trying to put together of some peanut gang that they vegetables are amazing. And they don't even need all this. Okay? Now, if you don't have space, I'm gonna show you that too. Thank you, Peanut Gang, for sending in the pictures. Okay? And I will have your names and stuff. I got y'all. All right? With stuff like this, if you have the room, it's cheaper to do what I'm about to show you. And you know, I'm gonna show you the walkthrough of how big the plants have gotten since the last time I've done it. But y'all, you see how it looks now? It's been like this for almost a week. And it rained about 4 of them. 4 days out of that. Right? I've had no sun. But as you can see by looking behind me, we done got a little growth. Can you imagine if it had been sunny all week? Over. But we still got some good growth out of what we had with very little sun. I'm talking about popping out for maybe 2 hours a day. It was bad. But now, you take this, after you remove your grass, you put some down. Well, nope, skip the process. You remove your grass, then you till the dirt, right? Then you put this down in the dirt, some of it, just throw it on there. Then you till it again down into the dirt, right? Then you plant what you want to plant. Then, but don't plant it, how can I put this? Deeply. You feel what I'm saying? Don't plant it too deep. Because what you want to do is after you make your little, where you're going to put your seeds and stuff, your little row, you want to throw real dirt over top of that. And then come back and sprinkle some of this on top. Sprinkle some of this on top of it, right? Okay. Now, I'm going fertilizer with you guys, but I don't want you to mess your plants up, okay? Now, if you're doing it like Charlie B, this is all I can talk about is in ground. I'll be showing you, well, I can talk about buckets and stuff like that. I could grow plants with no soil at all, but, and no hydroponic pumps and all that. I know how to grow plants with a bucket, a substance called perlite, a hole 2 inches up in that bucket, and every 2 days, all you do is pour water in it. I can show you that. If you want to see that, I'll show you how I grew that indoors. Then when I walk around, I'll show you we already got fruit on that one. Now, what else is there? Before we get into this digging up the ground and showing you what else I do. Before I show you this, because we're talking about fertilizer, right? All right. This is the fertilizer I use. And as you can tell, There's a lot in here, right? Okay. I'm sorry that the label's messed up. I've had it 3 years. Now, with this stuff, I have like 4 of these. Charlie B, why you need 4 of them? In case anything go wrong. Them is my neighbor's kids. That's not mine. Please don't think my kids is crying like that. That's not me. Them kids they don't go to school. They don't do nothing. My kids be in school. They be jumping on that trampoline like it ain't. Never mind. To each his own. Feel me? You hear him? You hear her arguing at them? She just yoked her up and took her in the house. Can y'all see it through the trees? Wow. Oh, okay. Y'all still hear that little girl? They in the house. Can y'all see the mom walking out? Can y'all hear this? Anyway, fertilizer. All right. This is the last kit. Fish fertilizer. Now, I know this is all organic, y'all. It's all organic. There's nothing in here, no chemical, nothing. But can I just tell you something? It stinks. So, please don't do this. No. Not unless you want to. Okay. Okay, now Charlie B. If it's fish fertilizer, what is it made out of? Straight fish. The whole fish. That's all it is. I think they just liquefy the thing and pour it in. It stinks so bad. So please don't try to take a whiff of this. Now, I know most people be like, okay, since it's so strong, smelling like fish, will your vegetables taste like it? No. No. I've never had a fishy carrot. I've never had a fishy green. I've never had a fishy nothing. It just blows. It just blows your plants up. Now, let me tell you this. Is this some content or not? It's not funny. I don't know what's... Never mind. Anyway. All right. Just because this is organic, y'all, please, when you mend this into your soil, you can actually let it go. If you just want to, every 2-3 weeks, come out and top it with this. Go get you another bag and come out and just top your rows. Just go around all your plants and top it. Top every row with this, right? Will they grow? Yes. Will they be almost 2 or 3 times the size with this? Yes. Okay. That's why I use this. But when you do it like I'm gonna show you, you do not want to keep coming back topping this if you're using this. Okay? Because you've already minted this into the soil. Okay? You've already put a nice, because if you notice, I can show you, you'll see the difference. Because if you notice, this soil in the garden is dark. Once I start pulling this soil up that I'm gonna show you, you're gonna see it's like it looks like a clay material, like dirt, like regular dirt, but it's got some clay in it, right? So you'll see the difference from once I mend it in, it's gonna start turning colors. And then after you put your rows in and you top it, it's gonna be black. Water it down real good. And then just wait. That's it. Now with this, once you're mending it in, like I said, to all this natural organic stuff you're using, let me just say less is more with this. Less is more with this. Just because it's organic don't mean, oh, well, the instructions say I could do this and this and this. Guess what I've learned? I've got great results with half. With half what the instructions say. When I mix this in first. And I pre-top it to give it a good boost. Now, when I say good boost, what does that mean? You don't pour this on your plants. You don't pour this on your plants when you first start planting and using seeds. Nope. All you need is this and water. I haven't even put none of this on the garden yet, because with this, with the plants being babies and they're just popping, they're young. The root system has not developed good enough yet. Right? The last thing you want to do is start pouring this on some immature plants. Let them come up. This organic stuff will take care of this with them being baby plants for a good 3 weeks. Okay? And you'll be able to tell, because the only thing you got to do is go out there, and once you see one of your plants starting to yellow up, that means it's a lack of nitrogen, right? 5-1-1. Nitrogen is the 5. That's all you need. That's all you need, especially if you only see a little yellow. That's why I use half. Okay? Then after that, you'll learn your plants every week, every 2 weeks, depending on how your plants is doing. If you don't see no yellow, you don't see no dysfunction in your plants, I don't need this. I don't need this. This is how I'm telling you as a starting it out level. Because I could look at a plant just by how the leaves are hanging out. You'll start learning like, oh, something wrong. Something wrong with that. Why these growing better than those? You'll start to learn, but when you first start out, to be safe, have the solution it tells you on the bottle. And you'll have all the vegetables. It has to grow. It has to grow without no problem. Okay? Now, if you want to, you could do little testers. You can take this, water like Charlie B says he does. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to do nothing. I'm just telling you what I do to make sure I got all my fruit and vegetables and they ain't burn up and stuff like that, right? And I'm gonna tell you this. Everything I showed you right here will get you through to the bloom stage. Because when the bloom stage starts, you don't want this high nitrogen at 5. Okay? You want this 5 over here at the 1, where the 1 is, right? Okay. Now, there's different things you could use, and I mix stuff. So right now, we're going to go through the gardening season with this only. This is all I'm going to use. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to put it in my spraying little pail bucket thing and mix up the water. And that's all I'm going to put up. That's it. In blooming time, we'll get to that. I don't want to confuse you, because I think if we just keep going the way we going, eventually you'll be like, okay, I'm catching on, Charlie B. I went outside and I seen that they was like leaning, or my leaves wasn't right, or whatever. Water it. It's thirsty. Okay? You'll figure out all this stuff as you go along. So that's why I want to just slow walk it and not have 3 or 4 fertilizers up here, which are all organic. Okay? Bat, seabird, guano. Charlie B will show you all that. How to add air stones to buckets. In the bloom stage, I go ham. I go ham. Right? Now, I'll show you all that later, but right now, with this stuff, please do not overdo it just because it says organic and you think it won't burn your plants. You will come outside the next day and you'll be like, ah, and you can't save it. Okay? So, I think that's enough talk for today. I don't waste your time. Let me show you how I remove some more of this grass. And I hate it because it's been raining so much that this grass is growing so fast it don't make no sense. But I'm gonna get it out of here for you, show you how I do it, show you how I mend this in there, and show you what growth we got, y'all. Let's go. Okay, y'all, here are the green beans. They popping. See, they done got some growth on them with no sun for the last 7 days. Yeah, I know I need to weed. Can somebody tell me what they use so I don't have to be out here every 2 days weeding? This makes no sense. Okay, these are carrots. None of them popped yet. But the broccoli, it's coming up. 2 rows of that. Okay. All right. Here's the what is that? Cucumbers going all down that way. Then we got our greens over here. As we know, this is what your greens look like if you start them in the ground. This is what your greens look like if you start them indoors for 2 weeks. All right. Now, over here, we got some spinach popping up in between the weeds. Jump back here. I can't remember what Miss B put right here, so I'm gonna let her handle that on the next one. All right. Now, you see the corn, them stalks is getting a lot bigger. And like I said, jump back. With no sun, it's been raining constantly. On and off, not constantly, but every day for about 4 days, and then it just cloudy. So that's the corn patch. There's nothing planted here yet. And right here, that whole row, which hasn't come up yet, is all different types of peppers. Now what I'm gonna do to show y'all what I'm talking about is I'm gonna take this little section out right here, show you how I do that, show you how I mend it in. And let's jump up here to the pepper I did inside the house for 2 weeks. And as you see, we already got fruit. What is that? That's a pepper, y'all. All right, so let me get the camera set up, show y'all what I be doing and how I get my dirt ready, just so you could basically do it cheaper than having, you know what I'm saying, to bring in a whole bunch of stuff or think it costs, or you have to have pigs to poop and take their feet and stomp it all in. No, you don't. All right, now let's get it. Let's go with me taking this grass out. Okay, guys, all we doing right here, I already showed you these tools I use. This just takes the dirt out. Please don't shove it down too far, or what you're gonna end up with is you pulling it back out and starting over. Just try to get the top part first, then try to break the roots. So after you do that, it's basically, you see what it is. It's nothing special. I can't sit up here really and talk too long. So what I do when I can't get the root out, and it's a deep root, you want to get all the grass roots out so they don't keep growing. So I throw this grass to the side because, as y'all know, I have Snoopy who likes to dig holes, and I use all this stuff I'm taking out of here to fill my holes with. So that's one thing that's helpful with the dirt. Okay, so I'm taking out the grass. This is all, just spin it up, twist it back and forth. Don't, like, when you put it in, if you go one way, it's just gonna like turn the grass and you'll just be spinning on top of the grass. Just try to like spin it and rip it out. And as you see, I don't care. I get down in there with my hand. Yes, no gloves. Now, getting more roots out. You want to get all the grass roots out, or you just gonna end up, I obviously left some in. That's why I'm still pulling. So this is where we at with this. Pick y'all back up in a second. Now you see how the soil is breaking up? Okay, but you're still not done. After you get all this grass and stuff out that you can, you'll notice that when you start to put your other soil topper on to mend it into the soil, you'll start pulling up roots and stuff you didn't even see. So, yeah, we'll get there. We're gonna get to that part. And then when we get there, I want you to notice that, see how the soil changes? It's changing. It's not that just clay looking mess. There's good soil up under that. You gotta dig it. You gotta mend it up. Now here we come with the, I think I'm going to get the bag of fertilizer right here. Nope, not yet. All right. do y'all notice this is a lot easier than you trying to get down on your hands and knees and pull it up or use just a little hand shovel or something like that. That thing was only $38 to till all this dirt up that fast. Charlie B, you got a lot of holes, don't you? Yes, I do. I got like 4 or 5 of them. I still got to fill up. All right, now here I go to get the bag of the Organic Miracle Outdoor. So I'm going to sprinkle some of that on top of this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it all over again. And just make sure I got that first layer that I'm going to sprinkle. It's not a lot, really. You don't want to have just basically... You want it mixed in with your dirt, with your soil. So you see I'm just sprinkling. Just open the bag and sprinkle it on. And then I come back and I just till it all back in again. Now you're going to see me get down in here with my hands sometime, because when you sprinkling it out the bag, you're going to get clumps that dump out in thicker spaces and stuff like that. So you just go ahead and throw it around and then till it again. That's all you have to do, y'all. I promise you, if you do this and you don't plant your seeds too deep, you don't overwater, you will easily come up, y'all, with free food. It's for what you pay. Pack of seeds costs what, $1, $1.25? Come on, y'all. And I'm showing y'all how to do it to where technically I only had to buy 7 of these bags, and I caught them on sale 2 for $15. So compared to what vegetables cost, you'd be better just taking your time, a little bit of your free time, and getting out here and just tilling it up. And I'm telling you all, if you do this and don't over fertilize. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm getting all the roots and stuff out I was telling y'all about that I couldn't see from just tilling the first time. But after you till again and get it down in there, you'll pull everything up. Everything you could see or get to. So that's what I'm doing right here. That's just more roots and stuff that then came out the ground. Now this is where I chop it down to make sure it gets in real good, and I spin it again. It's that easy. Now, let me say this. If you have a little patio, like say a little 2-foot area in front of a window or something, 2 foot by 6 feet or something, you can still grow vegetables. I'm telling you now, if you only got a little area in front of your house, you could grow vegetables. I've seen it. Okay, everybody, you can see we back in the building. Okay, now I hope this helped. I don't know what we're getting into next time, but I hope this helped. I tried to make this as simple as I could. If you do this, you will have the same results I have. Okay? This is all I'm using. I'm not using nothing else. I hope this helped, y'all. I'm thirsty. I'm sorry. I hope this helped. I hope the digging up the soil and stuff wasn't too much of wasting y'all's time. But I'm telling you, you don't even have to buy that to till. Like I said, if you have a 2-foot area by 6 feet and you want to see just what you could do real quick, go buy you 1 bag of soil for $7. If you have a hammer in your house, take out all that 2 feet dirt with a hammer, take you about 45 minutes, and you'll get all the roots and everything. Because sometimes I do use a hammer instead of using my all tool, my all-in-one shovel. So you don't need to buy anything extra. You could, if you actually have a hammer at your house, but you know you only got about 2 feet by 6 feet, and you want to just try to grow something, anything. Throw some tomato seeds. Your 2 feet. Throw some tomato seeds out there. See if you get anything. I bet you if you use that soil and that, I don't know. Last time I bought this, it was like $7. This is only like $7, y'all. Okay? Like, it was a couple years ago, but it was only $7 last time I bought it. So what could it be now? $10, $11. So it's worth it. And I'm telling you, you will have that for years. And believe me, I've learned. That's not nothing like, oh, shelf life on it is this. Because I've learned my vegetables get better the older that sits. I don't know why. I do not know why. I know it stinks more every year. Because you're going to get to a point, like I said earlier, jump back. Don't smell that stuff. Because trust me, when you open it like this, oh, you're going to be able to smell it like this, and you're going to be like, man. So just imagine putting it up to your nose. Love y'all. Y'all be easy. I hope I ain't waste your time. Charlie be out, man. See y'all later. I don't know what that means. You know me.